Hey, rock stars, Sherry Brown here, and I am back with part two of how to set up your basic newsletter. Again, we are working inside of Aweber. And what we're going to be working on now is your welcome email and then how to add that welcome email to your follow up sequence. And basically, what that means is as soon as someone enters, let's take for instance, if I go over to my back to the basics community. So if I go here, as soon as someone enters their name and email, I cannot speak today, and I do sound a little manly, so overlook that. But as soon as someone goes to my opt-in page, which this is what we're going to be creating tomorrow inside of ClickFunnels, but as soon as someone enters their name and email, it's tied to your Aweber account, and as soon as that happens and they click yes, let me in, they're automatically going to receive this welcome email. So it's not something that you have to go in and manually do, which I love. Okay, so that's what we are working on now. So you just want to make sure where it says current list that you're working inside of your main list. And what we're going to do, if you have not already done so, I put into the file section of our 7-day challenge group what my personal welcome email is for just one of my, for my community. So if somebody wants access to my community, I'm going to give you exactly what that first welcome email is. Of course, you can change it up. You can have it to where it's your story. I think Jen is going to be uploading one of her welcome emails to one of her lists as well, so you can kind of have an idea. And that way it's going to save you a ton of time because you aren't having to create this on your own, okay? So once you are inside of this, what we're going to do is we're going to hover over messages and we're going to pick legacy follow-up series. So once we click on that, I want you to be working inside of the HTML editor. And I'm going to say this because a lot of the times when I use the drag and drop, although it is easier, I will say I like it. I have found that when I use this drag and drop email builder, a lot of the times I will hit people's like spam or their promotions folder, and I want to hit their inbox as much as possible, which is why I want you to use the HTML editor. So what you want to do is we just want to insert a subject line here. And so it can just be something fun that says, boom, you're in, open up. And then I can personalize it to their first name. So boom, you're in, open up, Sarah, or whoever entered their name and email. So then here, I've already got my welcome email done. So what I want to do, okay, well, let me back out of here real quick. And I want to go to Microsoft Word where I already had this done. And then I'm going to just, why will it not let me paste? It's not letting me paste. This is, okay, now I can paste. I don't know why it did that. Okay, so I'm just copying and pasting this, and then over here what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here because I want it to say their first name. So I'm going to click where it says personalize subscribers info, and I want it to be their first name, and that way their first name is automatically going to populate in the email. And so I just said, super excited that you requested to become a member of Back to the Basics community. And again, change this to where it fits your newsletter. And so I just said, what's next? I gave them to where they can click on this button to get access to the actual group. You could just tell them what's next, what they can expect as far as, hey, I'm going to be giving you tips on such and such, whatever it is for you. And then I also let them know, hey, you can invite your tribe into the group. Just send them to this particular website. And then I give some information about myself, about how I've been in the profession since 2011, kind of like what my struggles were, what I've overcome, what I've been able to do. And you can change the fonts up here. You can change the size. You can, just make it look however you want. You can bold, italics, underline. You can change up the color here. So mess around with it. And then, if I wanted to just bold my name, maybe I want to make my name a little bit bigger, I could do that. You could also put your contact information down here, so how to connect with you on Facebook, some other things like that. So whatever it is that you want to do, I know most of the time, if you're on my email list and you look at the bottom of mine, I'm usually always linking to my personal website, a way for them to connect with me on Facebook. I'm linking to my courses, so my academies, and then I'm linking to my community. So usually I'm always linking to those 4 separate things. And then at the end, I just put, hey, let me know if you've received this email. And that can kind of train them and get them used to like replying back and kind of having that conversation. So you can put a little PS line in there if you want, but basically I just kind of give them a little insight into me. So do the same for yourself, switch it up. It can be a lot shorter, doesn't have to be as long as this, and again, you can look at Jen's, kind of get an idea, but today you need to be creating this welcome email. Again, because I'm giving you mine and Jen's going to be giving you hers, it's not going to take you near as much time. Just take out, the information that pertains to me, make it fit you, and boom, you've got it. And then I will say a lot of the times I do not also insert pictures into my emails, because what I've found over time is if I insert a lot of pictures into my emails, I usually never am able to get into somebody's inbox. I'm again always going to either their spam folder, their promotionals folder. And so I just stopped using pictures, just because when I don't, I'm more likely to get in their inbox. So once that's done, you can preview and test it if you want to. So like for me, I've got different links in here, and so I have it linked to this. So I'm just kind of checking to make sure these links are working. You can put in and preview your own email if you want to. Once you're done, you're going to click Save and Exit once everything looks right. And then you're going to click on where it says Send Options. You are going to add to follow-up series, okay? And this is follow-up number 1 is the welcome message your subscribers will get immediately after signing up. And I also like to have this checked so I can track clicks. If you're not taking them anywhere, that's totally fine. And then once you're done with that, just click Add to Follow-up Series. And now this is going to be done. It's just taken a hot minute for some reason, but here, it's done. So now you've got your list set up, you've got your welcome email. The next thing that you are going to do, you've got it added to your follow-up series. So the next thing you're going to be doing is creating a form inside of Aweber. I'm going to link to an article that shows you how to actually do that. Because that is what we need in order for it to kind of integrate and work well with ClickFunnels, which again, we're going to be doing tomorrow. So that's all for this email. Look for part 3, which is going to be creating that form. And then after that, there will be one more series today, which is to teach you how to turn off double opt-in. And I'll be going over what that is in the fourth video. So with that being said, we'll see you in the next lesson.